Hi guys, Everyday Knife Guy here, and today we have yet another Thrunite product, and this is probably the simplest flashlight I've ever looked at on the channel. It's also one of the more affordable ones. This is the Thrunite T01. This is basically a newer incarnation of the classic, very popular Ti3. Got a few other AAA Thrunites here that we'll bring in. Ti3, Ti High, and Ti5. The Ti High basically being a titanium limited edition of the Ti3. We'll look at these in comparison to the T01 in a little while. First of all, let's open this up. Usual Thrunite packaging. So we have the cardboard sleeve, get rid of that. T01 in big letters there in the front. These handy little tins they come in are almost as useful as the lights themselves, and got quite a few of these kicking around now. They're great for like little mini kits or as an alternative to an Altoids tin. So that's what it comes in. We'll take out the manual there. I'll have a look at that in a second. Let's look at the light itself first. And the usual standard stuff in here. A little bit of warranty information. Spare O-ring, little hook clip, this being a keychain light, and some silica gel or silica beads. Close that up and get rid of it. Look at the light itself. So as I mentioned, it is just a single AAA cell light. Thrunites do not come with a battery. That seems to be just absolutely standard across their whole range. So they are very light to ship, of course, and maybe makes them a little more affordable, I would imagine. But it never comes with a battery, so you will have to add your own. You can see there it says Thrunite on this side, T01 on this side. And let's compare that with the no pocket clip with this, actually. Should note that. Let's compare that to the Ti3. So it's an even smaller form factor. The Ti3 is a pretty diminutive light as it is, but you can see there it's actually slightly shorter, probably about the same or slightly thinner in overall diameter. Similar kind of style. It's got that knurling up front and also on the body, twist off head, and it's actually activated by twisting the head, as with the Ti3, which differs of course from the Ti5 and Ti4, which have tail clicker. As with the Ti3, it has this little hole at the rear for your keychain clip, and that's really all there is to say about it. It's an aluminum construction, as you'd imagine, very lightweight. Even with the battery in it, it doesn't really feel very much more than the weight of the battery itself, and very, very simple to activate. There's an O-ring in there, and you just twist the head to tighten it all the way up, and the light comes on, and it goes off, and it comes on, it goes off, it comes on. Now, what do you notice there in comparison to, say, the Ti3? Goes off, comes on. You'll see, I'm not going to turn the lights off here, guys, because it's really not worth it. You can see the light there from the Ti3. Goes off, comes on, goes off, comes on. You not seeing any difference here? Strobe warning, guys. Sorry, I was a little bit late with that. 4 modes on this one. Only one mode with the T01, on or off. And depending on what you want to use your flashlight for, if this is literally going on your keys, for the instance where it's dark when you get home, you forgot to put the outside light on before you went to the movies, and you have to get into the door, you have to see where to put your keys, then this is all you need. You only need one mode, and this only has one mode, so maybe this is a light for you. Let's take a quick look at the manual and we'll see the specs. Doesn't have fancy strobe mode, doesn't have a firefly mode, doesn't have anything other than on or off, like flashlights used to be, remember? Where's the appropriate part here? Technical parameters, here we go. I'll hold this up so you can pause it if you wish. Oops, help if we got the right language, wouldn't it? There we go. T01 is a mini LED flashlight which adopts the latest Cree XP-G2 LED to make output up to 125 lumens. And we'll compare the spec with the other models I have on the table here in a minute. You can see there as a runtime of 40 minutes. This is off a standard AAA cell, 900 mAh. IPX8 waterproof, as with all these little Thrunites. 1 meter impact resistance, and yeah, just one mode. Normally you have this section here on these manuals divided into 1, 2, 3, 4. This is just one because we only have high. And turn on and off, twist the head, turn on and off the light, tighten the head for on and loosen for off. Pretty simple. With a little information on the lens there in case you're interested. Dimensions, weight 9 grams. So it really is very light indeed. There's a little bit of warranty information there if you want to pause that. Very good warranty and customer service by Thrunite in my experience and from what I've heard from others, so always good to know. Although the value of this light is really nothing that significant that you're going to want to probably put a warranty claim in. This is just $10 currently on Amazon.com, link in the description. And yeah, in comparison to these other lights, let's lay them out then. So first one that I ever looked at, and you can see this is probably the most used of all the ones I have here, because I do really like this, is a Ti3. Then the Ti High, which is, as I said, titanium version of the Ti3. We have the Ti5. It's a bit of a larger form factor, tail clicker, a little bit more of a tactical looking light, less keychain, more kind of EDC pocket light. And lastly we have the newest one here, which is the T01. So the Ti3, and these are current Amazon.com prices, just so you can get an idea. The Ti3 is currently $16. The Ti High, because it's titanium, was a limited edition, I think, for Christmas 2015 actually. But you can still get them, you can still find them on Amazon. It's $25. So $16, $25, $16 for the Ti5, and just $10, the cheapest model, for the T01. But in terms of output, this is actually the highest output. They're rating this at 125 lumens, 100 for the Ti5, and these are both at 120 because they are basically the same light. So lowest output, highest, and these are both at 120. In terms of modes, these three all have 4 different modes. They have Firefly, Low, High, and Strobe, and of course we just have High here. So if you really are looking for a budget light just for your keychain, for emergencies only, the T01 is probably your best bet. For $10 it's hard to go wrong. It's got the same build quality as these other lights. Seems pretty robust, and yeah, as I say, $10 for 125 lumens is more than adequate for an emergency situation, or just for finding your keys that you dropped in the driveway, or whatever it may be. So pretty good bet for your keychain, unless you like the additional features of the Ti3, in which case I'd probably recommend that out of these 3 models. But yeah, we might do some torture testing or something on this in the future and see what it can stand up to. But that's about it for the T01, guys. Very simple light, not really much else to say. It goes on, it goes off, it lights stuff up. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with more videos soon. Cheers.